Welcome to Science and Technology Briefing. The content of the briefing includes logistics technology firm SP Plus to go private in about $1.5 billion deal. Meta wants to charge users for an ad-free Facebook. A German court case may explain why. EU locks horns with Tunisia over financing of migration deal. Letters to the editor. So long iPhone. Generative AI needs a new device. Logistics technology firm SP Plus to go private in about $1.5 billion deal. Reuters. Transportation and logistics technology firm SP Plus is set to be acquired by parking technology provider Metropolis Technologies in an all-cash deal worth around $1.5 billion. Shareholders of SP Plus will receive $54 per share, a premium of 52.5% over the stock's closing price on Wednesday. The deal is expected to close next year. Meta wants to charge users for an ad-free Facebook. A German court case may explain why. Washington Post. Meta is reportedly considering introducing a paid, ad-free version of Facebook and Instagram in response to increasing data privacy regulations. The company is under pressure in Europe to improve its privacy practices, following a record $1.2 billion fine from the European Union for violating its general data protection regulation. The company is thought to be offering to charge users between $10 and $20 a month to use the platforms without ads. The move is not widely regarded as a sign that Meta is moving towards an ad-free future, but rather a way of complying with regulation. Tech giants are under increasing pressure to change their privacy practices, following EU data protection and competition laws. Earlier this week, TikTok confirmed that it is testing a paid, ad-free version of its platform in some markets outside the US. EU locks horns with Tunisia over financing of migration deal. Financial Times. The EU and Tunisia have clashed over the financing of a migration deal aimed at curbing irregular migration into Europe. EU Neighbourhood Commissioner Oliver Varhelyi criticized Tunisia for not following through on the agreement and accused President Kais Saied of seeking financial assistance without conditions. Negotiations on an additional €900 million, $1.1 billion, in EU budget support for Tunisia have not been concluded, as Saied has refused to agree to the terms of an IMF reform package tied to that money. The dispute highlights the pitfalls of relying on autocratic regimes in EU immigration policy. Letters to the editor. Economist. The Financial Times Letters to the Editor section contains a range of interesting letters today. One letter argues that Ukraine's counteroffensive against Russia is being hindered by a lack of professional leadership, particularly at the divisional level. The writer suggests that the West should address this issue over the winter. Another letter looks at the recent Sikh separatist killing in Canada and suggests that India should learn from the UK's approach to IRA funding in Northern Ireland. In addition, there is a letter on Britain's political system, with the writer arguing for new ideas and change. The section also includes a letter on the risks of using artificial intelligence, AI, to mine the global academic literature for patterns and insights. The writer warns that the literature is undermined by fraudulent and fake content and the use of AI could integrate erroneous and potentially damaging material. Finally, there is a letter arguing that the far right in Europe would not become less dangerous if it entered government, contrary to the article's argument. So long iPhone. Generative AI needs a new device. Economist. Meta's recent announcement that it will partner with Ray-Ban to launch smart glasses is generating excitement in the tech industry. The glasses will incorporate an artificial intelligence, AI, virtual assistant and will be able to see, hear, and answer users' questions. The announcement comes as OpenAI, a generative AI pioneer, revealed that its chatbot, ChatGPT, can now see, hear, and speak, in addition to communicating through text. OpenAI is also reportedly in talks with Sir Johnny Ive, Apple's former designer, to create a new gadget for the AI era. The developments suggest that a new consumer electronics device, better suited for interactions with AI assistants, may be on the horizon. The potential replacement of smartphones with glasses equipped with augmented reality, AR, and AI is gaining attention. The ability to talk and listen to chatbots makes the case for AR glasses and VR headsets more compelling. Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Meta, believes that AR glasses will be more popular than VR headsets, comparing AR glasses to mobile phones and VR headsets to desktop computers. However, it remains to be seen how compelling smart glasses will be as a product and how quickly consumers will adopt them. Safety concerns and potential negative impacts on social interaction must also be addressed. The 2023 Nobel Prizes honor work that touched millions of lives. Economist. The Nobel Prizes in Medicine, Physics, and Chemistry were awarded this year to scientists who made groundbreaking discoveries in their respective fields. The Medicine Prize was awarded to Katalin Karikó and Drew Weissman for their work on mRNA vaccines that have been crucial in the fight against COVID-19. The Physics Prize went to Pierre Agostini, Ferenc Krauss, and Anne Lhuillier for their development of ultra-fast lasers that can switch on and off in attoseconds, while the Chemistry Prize was awarded to Moungi Bawendi, Louis Bruss, and Alexei Ekimov for their work on quantum dots. The Nobel Prizes are often awarded years after the research was conducted, highlighting the slow pace at which scientific discoveries can be recognized. Karikó and Weissman's work focused on developing mRNA vaccines that could be used to prevent diseases. They discovered a way to prevent the immune system from attacking the injected RNA, which allowed for the development of effective mRNA vaccines. Their work laid the foundation for the development of the COVID-19 vaccines by BioNTech and Moderna. Agostini, Krauss, and Lhuillier's work involved the development of ultra-fast lasers that can observe processes that occur on attosecond timescales. Their research has allowed scientists to study the movements of electrons in atoms and molecules, providing valuable insights into chemical reactions. Bawendi, Bruss, and Ekimov's research focused on quantum dots, which are semiconducting nanocrystals. They discovered that the properties of these nanocrystals can depend on their size, rather than their chemical composition. Quantum dots have a wide range of applications, including lighting, solar energy, and biomedical imaging. These awards highlight the importance of scientific research and the impact it can have on society, even if the full implications are not immediately recognized. The Nobel Prizes serve to honor the scientists who have made these groundbreaking discoveries and to inspire future generations of researchers. Dell forecasts 3 to 4% annual revenue growth over long term. Reuters. Dell Technologies has announced that it expects annual revenue growth of 3 to 4% in the long term. The company also plans to increase its share buyback plan by $5 billion and raise its quarterly dividend by at least 10% annually through fiscal 2028. The news caused Dell's shares to drop nearly 3% in pre-market trading. Ford says potential investor in Saar Louis plant pulls out. Reuters. Talks between Ford and a potential investor for its plant in Saar Louis, Germany, have collapsed. The investor, who remains unnamed, had signed a non-binding agreement in June but has now decided not to continue negotiations. This has left workers uncertain about the future of the site and their jobs. The Saar Louis site's future has been unclear since June when Ford chose a site in Spain for its next-generation electric vehicle, EV, assembly. The potential deal with the investor would have secured 2,500 jobs out of the current 4,500 at the site. Ford will maintain 1,000 jobs in Saar Louis under an alternative plan, which could potentially serve as a future technology center. Unions had expected a resolution by the end of Q1 2023. That's all for today's news. Let's recap quickly. SP Plus, a transportation and logistics technology firm, is set to go private in a $1.5 billion deal. Meta, the company behind Facebook and Instagram, is considering offering a paid, ad-free version of its platforms to comply with data privacy regulations. The EU and Tunisia are at odds over the financing of a migration deal, highlighting the challenges of relying on autocratic regimes in immigration policy. The letters to the editor section of the Financial Times covers a range of topics, from Ukraine's counter-offensive against Russia to the risks of using artificial intelligence in mining academic literature. Meta's partnership with Ray-Ban to launch smart glasses, along with OpenAI's development of an AI chatbot that can see, hear, and speak, suggests that a new consumer electronics device better suited for interactions with AI assistants may be on the horizon. The Nobel Prizes in Medicine, Physics, and Chemistry have been awarded to scientists for their groundbreaking discoveries, including the development of mRNA vaccines and ultra-fast lasers. Dell Technologies forecasts 3 to 4% annual revenue growth in the long term, while talks between Ford and a potential investor for its plant in Saar Louis, Germany, have collapsed, leaving workers uncertain about the future of the site. Now, my dear viewers, let's dive into some analysis. The acquisition of SP Plus by Metropolis Technologies shows the ongoing trend of consolidation in the logistics and transportation industry. As companies seek to streamline operations and leverage advanced technologies, we can expect more mergers and acquisitions in this space. Meta's consideration of a paid, ad-free version of its platforms is a response to increasing pressure from regulators. While it may not indicate a complete shift towards an ad-free future, it highlights the complex challenges faced by tech giants in balancing user privacy and profitability. TikTok's testing of a paid, ad-free version of its platform also demonstrates the industry-wide exploration of alternative revenue models. The EU's clash with Tunisia over the financing of a migration deal underscores the difficulties of relying on autocratic regimes in immigration policy. This highlights the need for a comprehensive and principled approach to migration management that takes into account human rights and good governance. The Nobel Prizes awarded this year celebrate the profound impact of scientific research on our lives. From mRNA vaccines to ultra-fast lasers and quantum dots, these discoveries have revolutionized medicine, physics, and chemistry. They remind us of the importance of investment in research and the potential for scientific breakthroughs to shape our future. And finally, the collapse of talks between Ford and a potential investor for its Saarlouis plant in Germany is a blow to the workers and raises questions about the future of the site. The automotive industry is undergoing a significant transformation with the rise of electric vehicles, and it's crucial for companies to adapt and secure their positions in this changing landscape. That's all for today, folks. Remember, knowledge is power, and keeping up with the news is like having a secret weapon. Stay informed, stay curious, and keep those questions coming. What are your thoughts on today's news? Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.